Welcome back to the Candid Conversation Show. My name is Muriel, and on the show, we discuss topics that are unspoken and taboo in our community. Our guest tonight is the one and only Dr. Keita Joy. We will be discussing her childhood, mental health, her success blueprint, and how believing in herself helped her to climb the steps to success.
Keita, we are so excited to have you here. We thank you because we know you're busy.
It's an honor to be here. I'm excited. I'm glad it worked out.
Yes. And we're just going to have a conversation with you. We see the beautiful, the talented, the educated, and the successful queen that you are.
Yes.
Thank you.
But we want to know about little Keita.
Okay.
Where are you from and
All
what was
right.
your childhood like?
Look, I have to throw up the 3 and 5 really quickly. So I know some of you are like, what is that?
What is that?
So if you're from Miami in Dade County, Florida, you throw up your zip code.
Yes.
That's right.
I know. So we throw up 305.
That's
but
right.
I'm an only child born and raised in Miami, Florida.
Okay.
And my husband and I, we now live here in Orlando. We've been here, oh my goodness. I feel like an Orlando native now as well.
That's right.
Yes.
Probably about 15 years.
Oh,
That's
yeah.
a long time.
You're
Yeah.
from Orlando.
Come on
Orlando,
now.
too?
Yes,
Yeah,
yes.
it's both.
Come on, just join us.
It's both. I'm here. I love it. But there's just so many things about my story. What part of the story you want me to dive into?
Well, let's just hear a little bit about you. What was your childhood like in the family home? How was your family dynamic? Did you go to church?
Hey, absolutely. Growing up, I was the only child, but I was very, very fortunate to have a couple of friends in the neighborhood who actually became sisters
That's
to
right.
me.
There you go.
So I love how God is truly a supplier.
Absolutely.
When you think you don't have enough, He shows you you have everything that you
Absolutely.
need. So my sisters didn't come in the form of like biological sisters who actually lived in the home.
Okay.
But I was fortunate enough to have 2 sisters, friends, one who lived right next door to me, and then another girl who lived 2 blocks down. Hi, Talia. Hi, Keisha. And they don't know how much of a lifeline they were to me when my mom used to battle drugs and alcohol off and on throughout my childhood. They were like a safe space for me.
Okay.
And so that's why now as a life coach, I'm big on providing that space.
For
So
other
yeah,
people.
I'm going to help you
Yes.
grow and get to your goals, but that doesn't mean anything if you don't have that safe space
That's right.
to grow and figure out who you are. And so the 2 girls when I were little, they were that for me. So I grew up and I went through a phase where I was like a tomboy.
Yeah.
Really?
Oh my God. Now, don't get it twisted. Whether I was a tomboy or like a girly girl,
Yes.
I was always like into fashion.
Yes.
Okay.
So
There you
even
go.
when I went to the tomboy stage, I had all the Jordans.
You were
right.
cute. You were
Hello,
fly.
I had the
Still cute to this day.
Timberlands, I had the polo shirts,
Yes.
I had like I didn't
You were
play.
looking good. You rocked it.
Yeah,
Whatever it was.
I looked like a boy. I probably looked like Keith instead of Keita. But my drove was on point.
That's right.
And anybody knows when you're from Miami, fashion is definitely it's an
Absolutely.
artistic expression,
That's right.
self-expression. And sometimes when I travel to other places, they're not,
Of course.
as flamboyant and colorful as we are in Miami.
Right.
But that's just how we love to express ourselves. So I grew
Nothing
up.
wrong with that.
I grew up in that culture. My father and I were really close. He was divorced from my mom probably when I was about 7, 8
Okay.
years old.
Okay.
But they had some great co-parenting.
Okay,
so shout
good.
out to everybody out there.
It can happen.
Hey, stuff don't work out,
No.
but y'all can still love your kids
That's
the right
right.
way.
That's
That's
right.
what it's about.
And they did a fantastic job with that. So the weekends
awesome.
were my special time with my father.
Yes.
So we would play tennis together.
Okay.
He would take me to the mall 'cause I'm the only child.
Yes,
so
of
yes,
course.
absolutely. You should spoil me. We used to watch movies together, just bonded.
Yeah.
So sweet.
And then when I turned 11, he passed away suddenly.
Oh, sorry to hear that.
Thank you.
That's young.
for,
Oh, so sorry to hear that.
understanding. But now I just think about all the memories that I shared
Yes,
with
that's
him.
what you have to do.
And it fills me up with so much
Joy.
joy.
Yes.
But it was tough.
Of course.
And that was kind of the beginning of some mental health issues that I started to face.
Because you've been very transparent about your mental health issues,
Yes.
illnesses, as a black woman.
Yes.
You know, a lot of times we don't want to share that. We don't want to talk about it.
No, because we
but
have
you've
this
been-
superwoman
There you go.
Right.
complex.
And we can't do it
E-
all.
Think about even scary movies.
Yes.
The damsel in distress.
Right.
It's always a white woman.
Yes.
Right.
And I love my white sisters.
Of course.
I
We love
y'all.
you.
However, most of the scary movies growing up,
Yes.
it was always the white woman who needs help.
Absolutely.
A white woman needs saving.
Right.
And you would never see
a
that,
black
a black woman in
No.
that. We're known, oh my gosh, we're strong.
Right, right.
We can take care of our kids.
Right.
We used to take care of our slave owners' kids.
Right.
We can just
Do it
comfortably,
all.
we can do it all. We're single mothers, we're this, we're that.
We
And
can't.
that's exhausting.
That's right.
Yes, it is.
And that's a myth.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, we don't want to do it all. And we can't do it all.
We can't do one. We're not doing it all.
Right.
No.
It's showing in other areas.
Yes,
Yes.
it is.
It's showing with the decline in our mental health.
Yes.
Absolutely.
That's how you're able to see that we're not doing it all.
That's right.
And so I wanted to be a face for black women and show them
Yeah.
like
Thank you
can,
so much.
You
Yes.
can still receive miracles and have mental health issues.
Absolutely.
Right.
So when my father passed away, because it was suddenly, like literally he was healthy, vibrant, active, playing tennis, playing basketball.
Oh my gosh.
He was a history teacher, AP history teacher.
Okay.
And then literally the next day, I find out he passed away in his sleep. He had a brain aneurysm.
Oh my
Oh, I'm
goodness.
so sorry to hear that.
And when you're 11 years old,
That's the end of you feel
So,
like it's the end of
yeah.
the world.
yeah, and then subconsciously, you didn't even have a chance to prepare for that.
No.
It wasn't like I was going to the hospital and visiting him at his
Exactly.
bedside.
No.
We were
Exactly.
just playing tennis.
That's
Like,
it.
what do you mean you're not here?
What happened?
So what happened to you at 11 to experience
My
the death of
whole
your father?
worldview changed.
Of course.
I stopped trusting people.
He was
Yes.
your best friend.
Yeah, I became guarded. I internalized it. Well, even though I know he didn't do it on purpose, but if he can leave me, anybody can. That at any moment,
Yeah.
whatever is going well can completely go wrong.
Yeah.
So I just had this huge distrust
Oh my gosh.
with people. And then the issues off and on that I had with my mom didn't make it any better.
course.
So because she had her,
Addictions.
Yep.
right.
When she was clean, it was amazing.
Yes.
Okay.
Right? And then when she wasn't, it wasn't.
Right.
And I started to develop just a lot of anxiety.
So because she wasn't able to. She wasn't able to say, okay, you
No.
know what, let me get.
I thank her.
Keita,
But now there's so many great things about my mom, and
course.
she's clean and sober now,
Thank the Lord.
right? And
Yes.
amazing woman.
Yes.
But one of the things was she helped me to be a high achiever. So push, no matter the obstacles,
Yes.
get good grades,
Yes.
study,
Yes.
have your goals. But when it came to that deep personal connection with each other, we didn't
didn't
share
have
that.
that.
And that was something that I always wanted. So I started trying to find love in all the wrong
Yes,
places,
yes.
going to
It
men
happens.
to feel validated
Yes.
and
Right.
accepted. And all of that, I started to develop something called trichotollomania.
Say that again.
Right.
Yes.
That's how I felt when I found out about it. All right. I just thought I was just someone who, when I got really anxious,
Right.
I would pull my hair.
Okay.
And when I tell people that, they're like, "Oh my gosh, that doesn't hurt." And I'm like, no,
Feels
it's
good,
actually
right?
a sense of relief. It does, a sensation. That's how I would relieve my stress. But it's called trichotollomania.
And when did you find that out, though? What age, how old were you?
I would say
think?
I was a freshman in college.
Okay.
So I was
Oh,
about
wow.
18 years old.
Okay.
But I had started doing this since I was 11.
Since your dad
But
passed.
never had a name for it.
Yes,
Never
of course.
understood it. And you know, in the black community, we're not educating ourselves, especially then, on different mental illnesses.
Exactly. Right.
So there was no one saying, hey, let's check this out and see what this could be.
Yeah.
It was like, let me cover it up for you.
Or a
So
lot
that
of
was
times-
my mom's way of
Right.
keeping me safe and protecting me.
cover it
Was
up.
just let's cover it up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And a lot
Shame.
of times,
They
you
don't
A lot of
know.
times people would say, oh, it's just the devil. C'est Jackie Philly.
Oh, there
know
you
what I'm
go.
saying?
There
It's
you
just
go.
the devil, you know what I'm saying? A lot of
Yeah.
times.
It's just some bad spirit, and
Yeah.
it's just like, no, this is a real something neurologically
Right.
going
There's
on
something
right
wrong.
now that I need to deal with. And it wasn't until I went to college. You know, when you get to college, you get curious in the best way and the worst way. You get really curious when you're in college.
So there you go.
Shout out to all my Seminoles. But when I was there, I just started talking to other people who were also exploring their mental health
Okay.
a little bit. But it just made me start going online
Yeah.
and
Just
say,
research.
let me just type in, you know, that's what we do.
Right.
Pull in your hair and see what comes up. Because all my life I hid it.
Okay.
And when you're hiding something, that means you have shame. And I'm like, there's no freedom in shame.
That's what I was about to tell you.
Yeah.
And mental health is so serious in our community.
It
And for
is.
myself, I was and I am still embarrassed to share my story
Yeah.
because people judge you.
Right.
And, you know, I have to share it because I'm trying to help somebody else.
Right.
So you experience the same thing.
Yeah, I mean, I was judging myself.
No, and you didn't need to.
I was first overly critical of myself.
Exactly.
Thinking I'm not pretty
Something's wrong
enough
with
if
you.
I'm pulling my hair out, because I would get these patches and
yeah.
bald spots. And it's like, I'm not pretty, or something's wrong with me, or I'm crazy that these things are going on. And because I didn't know anybody else who was experiencing it, that kind of justified this false belief, this false narrative that, see, you can't think of anybody else that has it. Yep, that's because something's wrong with you. You know, and then once I went online and found out, I was like, oh my gosh, there's
a whole community out there.
of people
It's
who
a disorder.
pull their hair. And people don't know also nail biting. People who have a compulsive order doing that.
My son is a nail biter.
All that falls
bites
under
it to the core.
repetitive body
It's
disorder.
anxiety too.
So that's it.
And it's all triggered by just increased levels of anxiety.
Yeah.
So, and then after a while doing it for so long, it turned into just a really bad habit on top of that.
Okay.
But it's discouraging because let's say I go 6 months not pulling my hair.
Okay.
6 months, right? Like, yay, look at you.
You're doing it.
You're committed.
Right.
You're doing it. And then you have one night and you have an episode.
Yeah.
And you have a patch. You know how discouraging that is? It's like you have no proof of those 6 months.
Right.
With just one episode with a patch. So it was important for me to find a community who understood what I was going through.
Okay, good.
And so I encourage other women, and especially black women, be open. Talk about it. Because even if you're talking about it with someone who doesn't know, then they can, you have at least camaraderie. They'll help you. Like, hey, let's find out about it together.
Did you do any counseling or go for therapy?
I did. So I started to see a therapist. It didn't last too long. Thinking back, I can't really remember why I stopped. I'm probably thinking I'm too busy. That whole thing. We do that to ourselves
all the time.
Well, this is great, but I'm just too busy right now. I'll pick it up later. Later was like 10 years later. You know,
it happens.
Yeah. So I did therapy for a little while. I stopped.
Okay.
Then I found this group called TLC. And it was for men and women who suffer from body repetitive disorders. And one of them was trichotillomania, hair pulling. No, they're not local. They're based in California, but they have retreats every year. So all of it freaked me out, though. All this stuff's scary. It's scary.
Oh my gosh.
Being vulnerable is scary. Learning about yourself is scary. It's all scary. It's scary. It's scary. But I know the only way to truly live is I have to grow through it. I got to grow through it. I can't take shortcuts with inner work.
I'm glad you did that.
So I reached out, but at first I didn't. I just kept always reading their blog posts. Because at least it's a baby step.
Yeah, that's true.
You started. It
Start somewhere.
That's right.
Like, let me read the blog post. Let me read the information. Up, because that's still, I never knew anything. Then after that, I got in contact with someone, and they sent me some literature. And then, let me tell you how God worked it out. The next year, so by then I was just researching a lot. The next year, they contacted me. Had no idea that I was researching them. They just saw that I went on Fox News to talk about my mental illness and trichotillomania.
Oh my gosh.
They were following my journey. I didn't even know, just for my hashtags on Instagram.
Wow. See, you never know.
And they reached out to me to be a keynote speaker with over 500 participants.
That is awesome.
Because they wanted to bring awareness into the black and minority community.
Because they don't want to talk about it.
Yeah, because what was happening is everybody that knew about it, they didn't look like me.
No.
But I'm not the only one who deals with it.
Right.
I have several friends who pull their hair but don't want to label it as trichotillomania.
Of course.
I have people that message me about their kids saying, wow, my kids are pulling their hair. I wonder what it is.
Yeah, but nobody's perfect.
Right.
You know?
So most of the people that know about it are the ones that are at your hairdresser. Those are the ones that know.
See it.
But a lot of times they think they're helping you by covering it up.
Yes.
So I went with this organization. Not only did I get healing, I was able to heal others, again, just by sharing my story.
I just
There's
love
so
it.
much power in sharing a
So
story like what you all are doing.
Thank you. How many people were in that room, though, that were
oh my gosh, you guys.
Dark skin.
I had to fix my hat for that.
People.
One other person?
Yeah, but there's more.
There's more.
At the conference, only one other person out of 500.
Oh my gosh.
And that goes to
awful.
doing things afraid.
Of course.
In general, I think if you want healing, if you want growth, whether it's in your mental health or your professional career, you have to be willing to have courage.
You have to push past the fear.
And push past that fear.
Yeah.
Because to speak in front of 500 white people about my mental illness.
Oh my gosh.
When I just went through my healing process, I was so uncomfortable.
I know.
Completely out of my comfort zone.
Right.
Just the fact of being one black person there out of 500, that alone made me feel uncomfortable. That's just the honest truth.
I would too.
Then on top of that, to speak to all these people about something so vulnerable.
Of course.
But I did it.
You did it.
Because it brought healing.
Yes.
And because I knew it was going to bring healing to other people.
Even though it was uncomfortable.
Exactly.
You still did it.
Oh,
So,
yeah. That's the gateway to change, is
what
through
would you
being
say?
uncomfortable.
And that's what you would say to a young person. What would you say to a young woman or male that is going through something like this? What would you say?
It's okay not to have everything figured out.
Right.
It is okay. I just want to relieve somebody of that today.
Yes.
You do not have to have everything figured out. Everything doesn't have to make sense. You don't have to be perfect.
Right.
Mistakes are welcome.
There you go.
God loves mistakes. He loves people who are imperfect. Because
There
it
you
means you're going to rely on him. So being a mess, if that's how you feel, because you're not, but if you feel like that, it's healthy and it's okay. And that you're not alone. And then now you just want to find other people that you can share your story with, share your heart with, so that you can get healing.
I love it.
And start first with whoever you feel like is a safe person.
Yeah.
Like it could be a counselor, or a therapist, or a life coach, but it could also just be your best friend.
That's right.
Or a parent, or it doesn't matter. Start somewhere, opening up.
Right.
'Cause that's what really hurts us the most is when the shame,
Yeah.
the secrecy.
Yeah.
That's right.
That is truly the most pain that I felt with my mental illness.
true.
It hasn't
Not to
actually,
talk about
not to talk about it.
Yes.
That's what hurt me.
It really hurts.
Because then that's what makes you feel like you're not good enough, because you have to hide a
Absolutely.
piece
You got to
of
keep
yourself.
hiding it.
So that's why I tell people the first thing to do is just get into that habit of talking to people, and
Yes.
you'll realize you're not alone. You're not
Yes.
crazy.
Yes.
You know.
That's right.
Yeah. So that's what I would tell young
Yes, I
people.
love
Very
that.
good.
It's okay to talk about it.
That's right.
Share with us, what exactly are you feeling when you're actually pulling your hair?
Relief.
Yeah. But are you stressed at the moment? Is that, or anxiety, or?
Definitely, I stress.
Okay.
High anxiety. I'm either thinking about an opportunity, wondering what's going to happen,
Okay.
or just uncertainty,
That's me.
doubt.
Yes.
Those are triggers
Yeah.
to make me want to pull my hair.
Yes.
And then sometimes if I'm bored, because
Yes.
I've conditioned myself to do it for so long, because I'm bored, I catch myself
That's right.
pulling
Catch
my hair.
yourself
And I'm
doing
like,
it.
stop it.
You don't skin pick though?
I do not. I went through a phase where I did.
Okay.
I used to pick the skin around my cuticles.
Cuticles?
Yes.
Okay.
All the time.
Okay.
And I remember to this day, that's why I love my husband. I remember when we were first, you know those unofficial dates
Yes.
back in the day? It's not really a date. It was
a
me
date.
hanging out. It's
That's right.
totally a date. We was on one of those in Miami at FIU. They had like some grass in a retention pond. And I was so scared to show him my nails, my
Right.
hands.
On the cuticles.
And
Well,
grab. I
meet
was
up.
so nervous to show him. And I showed it to him, and he was just like, I was like, he's silly. He was like, that's all you wanted to show me?
You're Haitian.
That's it? Yeah, he's
You're Haitian king.
You're right. He was like, that's all you wanted to show me? But
Right.
he just like, it's not a big deal. It's
Yeah.
okay. It's okay. And that was starting that journey of
Right.
accepting
Opening
my
up.
flaws.
That's right.
Yes.
It be-
Nobody's perfect.
Nobody is perfect. You know, and that just gives God more to work with.
That's right.
Yeah.
You know, in our community, we hear, go to church, pray about it, talk to the pastor. It's awesome to pray, but you have to put action behind it. You can't just pray. You have to have some type of action you
Yes.
put behind it. The pastors, they're not licensed professionals, so how do you feel about that? Do you feel that somebody should seek therapy, or should they just stick into the church and just talk to the community leaders there?
I think we're not monolithic people, so you need all of it.
Yeah.
Yes.
All of it.
Okay.
I need all of it.
Yeah.
Give me it all. You need to take your vitamins. No, all
Right.
this stuff
It's
affects
true.
your development, your
Right.
brain,
Get your
everything.
rest.
Get your rest. You need to be exercising. You need to only have people around you that celebrate you
Yeah.
and
That's
care
right.
about you.
That's
right.
You want to make sure that you do have a therapist, a counselor, a life coach that you can talk to grow.
Absolutely.
You want to make sure that you do have some type of spiritual home, connection with other people who understand what a relationship with God is.
Yeah.
So I tell people,
Take all
of it.
That's
Take all of
right.
it.
All of
All
it.
of the
A
above.
little bit of this, a little bit of that.
But that's what people don't understand.
Yes.
That is the beauty of God. He
Okay.
has given
Right.
you all these resources.
That's right.
So
Use
he's
it.
like, well, what you want me to do?
Yeah.
Use it.
I gave you everything.
Now it's
right.
time for
Are
you
you
to...
going to therapy? Well, I mean, you got a whole list that I've provided for
Right,
you.
right.
You ain't go to a church. I mean, pick a church. It's here.
There's so many for you.
Yeah, so I feel like we be waiting for God to give you a blessing.
Yeah.
It's just like, well, what you call all of this?
There you go.
He gives you everything that you need for healing. So
That's
I tell
right.
people, take it all.
Take it.
All of it. You need the pastor, and you need the prayer, and
you need a therapist.
the counseling,
Yes.
the coach.
All of it.
All of it. Okay. All of it.
All right.
I have a coach for myself, like a business strategist.
Which is good. We all
I
need
have
that.
a therapist.
Good.
Okay.
That's right.
Then I have my husband, who's like a best friend to me that I
Yes.
confide in, and then I have like 2 close friends that I really
talk to
can
about
talk
anything.
to. Yeah, that's
Have
it.
your
You
little
see,
circle.
I say 2.
Yep.
Right. Right.
That's how you got to
No,
keep it. A little circle.
That's right. You have to.
Yes,
You
I
have
know
to.
you guys know. We
Oh,
were talking
that's
about
right.
that before.
Definitely.
Oh, yeah.
If I
Because-
did not have the support of my family, I wouldn't be here today.
Yes,
So I'm so
exactly.
thankful. Everybody needs a support
Yes,
system.
you do.
Yes,
I call
yes.
that your success circle.
Yes.
Thank you. And you know, if you see one, you're definitely going to see the other.
Every time, and they not lying. They not lying. They gonna show up, double the trouble. I know.
We're going to switch a little bit.
Okay, I'm ready.
Thank you so much for sharing.
Yes.
Trichotollomania, but they just say trick. But I don't like that. 'cause
I know, it
coming
does
from
sound, yeah.
down south.
Yes.
There's just so many connotations
Okay.
for that. So I'm like, I'm a
We're not going to start it that
to
way.
say trichotollomania.
Trichotollomania.
Yeah, we appreciate you sharing that because I know a lot of people aren't aware of that. They don't really know what it is. And you may have helped quite a few people today
I
just
pray so.
knowing
Even
that.
if it's one
Pulling
person.
your hair. Have you been pulling your hair? Okay. That's
Yeah.
what it means. That's what it means.
Look up trichotollomania.
Look
Start
it up.
there.
Try
Look
to
it
get
up.
some help. Get some help on it.
Yep.
But we want to move on towards your coaching.
Yes.
Your coaching.
Yes.
Who you are now. What put you in that place? How did you get here? Let us know. Talk to the viewers. Tell us.
Ooh, that's so much fun. That's a fun question. Who am I? No. I just love making people better. I'm just somebody, I like making you better.
Good.
I like giving you joy. I love giving
You're so
people
fun.
peace.
You're such a fun person.
Yes.
You're so happy.
Yeah, I'm like,
That's what it's
life
about.
is too
It's
short.
too short.
That's right.
It's too
Like,
short.
I don't know what, I like to learn lessons along the way.
Yes.
Some people just like to keep repeating courses.
Exactly.
I ain't about that life.
No.
That whole
You got to.
Israel 40 years going around, that was a blueprint
Right.
of what not to do.
Exactly.
Like your whole life don't have to always
Right.
be 40 years.
That's right.
Going around in a circle. It don't
right.
have to be
I
that
agree.
way. So
Yes.
I learned, so I say that to say when my father passed away at 11, when I was 11 and I didn't see it coming, I was like, oh shoot, life can end and begin like that. In a minute. And so it made me just appreciate life. So that's why now I genuinely have real peace, real joy, real happiness.
We see that though.
Yeah.
We see that.
It shines
You've
through
got
you.
that
Thank
peace.
you.
Yes.
Yeah,
You always
'cause I'm
have
just
that
like,
peace.
life is too short,
is too short.
to be anything else but that.
Right.
Good for you.
It's just not. And
Yes.
so I am blessed that that's pretty much like what I do for a living as a life coach. I'm a safe space
Yes.
for high achievers to maximize their greatest potential.
All right.
And get whatever it is that you want to get in life, in love,
That's
and
right.
business.
There you go.
I help you to get it.
We love
Figure
it.
it out.
Very good.
And so I do that through, I have a success formula.
Okay.
Which ladies, you know about
Yes, we do.
it. Yes, to do you, do it well, and do it consistently. I
That's
just
right.
had someone in their Instagram stories
I'll show
today
this book.
post about that.
Yes.
And it's simple, but
Yes.
it's effective.
That's right.
It works.
It works.
It teaches you how to focus on what matters most,
most.
in your life. And that's how you reap the most benefits
Absolutely.
and rewards when you do that.
Yes.
And so I that's where pretty much all my coaching programs help you to get to that next level.
Okay, good.
That's good.
So whether it's you want a promotion or you're wanting to write a book or start your own business or
You
maybe
can do it.
transitioning after a really bad divorce
Right.
and you're just ready for something new, the clients come to me. I have entertainers and athletes, things like that as well.
You doing it.
Yes,
Yes.
she
You
is.
doing it.
You better
Yeah,
contact her. You better contact her.
All
It's
right,
been a blessing.
sister.
I'm very humble about it, but
Yes.
I will say I'm blessed. I just had Karan Butler. He played in the NBA
Okay.
with Dwayne Wade. He played with
my
Kobe Bryant. He
gosh.
played for the Heat, the Lakers, so many different teams. He hired me twice to do.
You're so blessed.
Yes, she is.
But it goes back to what you give off is what you get
There
back.
you go.
There you go.
There you go.
You see what I'm saying?
That's
You
right.
attract who you are.
Yes.
So because I'm joyful and I'm grateful,
Yes.
right? So I attract those opportunities in
Yes.
return. So he actually, I had to interview him for a magazine, and then
Okay.
after that, he just started following me on Instagram.
Oh my goodness.
I did some, and he just reached out to me. He was like, "Hey, can you come and speak?" And it did so well. The next year, he hired me again to come and speak. And so he did a testimonial. But what he said in the testimonial was, "I love your energy."
And your realness.
Yeah, real.
But that's what he was attracted to.
That energy.
That
Yes.
authentic. You cannot beat being the best version of yourself.
Of you.
Right.
And I don't care how many people don't like it. Being your best self will attract every single person who's
Right.
supposed to.
You're right. Oh my
Every
gosh.
single person who's
Well
aligned in
said.
your life.
That is well said.
That because you don't want anybody else.
No.
No.
I had to get over that only child complex. I talked about that in a live before. There's 7 billion people on the planet. What makes me think that all 7 billion people are going to like me?
No,
Right?
they're not.
God created me for a specific purpose, for specific
Right.
people.
That's right.
So the more that you practice doing you and doing that in love, doing it well, doing it consistently,
There you
you
go.
will attract those opportunities.
And you sure have.
yeah.
Yes,
You sure have. You see this book?
Definitely
get
want
the
to get the
camera.
book, Success Uncensored, A High Achiever's Guide to Define Success. And this is definitely the time during a global pandemic.
Yes.
Yeah.
You got options.
Yes.
This is going to help you figure out and weigh all the different options that you have and pick the best choice in business, in life, and in love. So you definitely want to check that out.
Yes.
For sure.
Yes, definitely. I got it. I got my signed copy. You
I
get
got mine
yours.
too.
Yes,
Got
yes.
mine
Go to KeitaJoy.com and you get all the
Yes.
information. I even have a success course that I just created.
I'm
that
just so
goes
excited
along
for
with
it. Wow.
So
Listen,
You are
we all
amazing.
have mantras. What is your success mantra
Yes.
and why?
yes. Well, that is the do it well, and do it consistently.
There you go.
That is my mantra, and I'm sticking to
To
it.
it.
It
That's
works.
right.
It works.
There you go.
Good for you.
And if anybody had any doubts before, hopefully seeing me on June 6th.
Okay.
On
You didn't even let us bring
with
it up.
Iyanla. Hey, I'm a pro, so you know we learn how to put it in.
That's
anytime.
exciting. Do y'all hear this?
Iyanla.
Yes.
Ayana.
Iyanla. I mean, they made sure I had to say that name
You
right.
have to say it right.
Iyanla. I was like, you are not going to mess
Get
up
it
that
right.
lady's name. Vanzant on OWN. On June 6th, we'll be talking about what fear can teach us. I'll be going on as an expert life coach.
We will be
me.
watching.
Yes.
We'll be front and center. Watch
Yes,
it. Isn't
yes.
that something? Congratulations.
Thank you. But that's
Yes.
a testament to not me, but me working the formula.
There you go.
Do you. That's what
Do
God
it
wants
well.
you to do. You. Figure out what are your values, what are
right.
your visions, your
What are your
talents, your
strengths?
strengths, your goals, what makes you you.
Right.
And how are you
push.
going to use that to contribute to society and the world? Now figure out what does it mean to do it well, to do it in
Exactly.
There
excellence.
you go.
And our
Wow.
excellence looks different in different seasons.
Yes, it does.
That's why before I was saying I went on live today, I wasn't doing a lot of lives
Yeah.
and doing a lot of broadcasts. But
Okay.
that it wasn't that I wasn't working. That just wasn't the season for
Yes.
that. So you have to know what doing it well looks like in that season. What does
Okay.
excellence look like?
See,
And be
okay.
able to have clarity. And then you do it consistently. Show up and show
Show
out
out
consistently.
every single time.
Because it builds trust.
Right.
You want people to believe something that what you do for 2 seconds?
Right.
And then
No,
tomorrow
it
you're
don't-
doing something else.
They don't work like that.
They sure don't.
Show me.
Yes.
Right. Let me
Show
see what
me.
you can
Yeah,
do.
and you show me with your consistency.
But listen, what was that call like when you got off the phone and hung the phone up? What did you say to your husband?
Jesus.
It was a producer, so that's what I'm saying. I actually had a producer who loved my work so much.
Yes.
I've interviewed for so many other shows. So
Yes.
for this one, she's like, you know what? You don't even have to interview for this one.
we
I'm
got
just
you.
going to go in on your behalf. Well, I said, well, then go ahead,
Yes, go
producer,
ahead.
and go in on my behalf.
Wow.
Okay?
Wow.
Something. That's
Prepare the
powerful.
table for me.
There you go.
Absolutely.
Go ahead.
Yes.
That's right.
And
Oh my goodness.
and that's exactly what happened. And she gave me a call back. I remember I was in the shower. I thought I was gonna catch it because she told me she was gonna call me right back. And of course she did right back.
Oh, man.
So I'm still wet, all sudsy,
That's okay.
coming out. I could barely turn on the phone because you know your hands is wet. So now it won't ring. I'm like, oh, so I gotta call it. I was like, oh Lord. And I was like, yes.
I'm
And then
here.
she told me, she's like, I wanted to wait, but I got the good news. You got it. Da, da, da.
Aw.
And I just started screaming. I
Yes.
told my kids
I
and my
would've done the
husband.
same.
I'm just so excited.
Yes.
I'm excited just to have a platform to share God's goodness.
right.
That's all. The
That's
same light
right.
that you guys are experiencing. I just want to give that to other
Yes.
people.
Keep
That's
shining
really
it.
it.
Keep shining
Thank
it.
That's
you.
it.
Yes.
Yours
We're
is
so proud
shining
of you.
real bright.
Thank
We're
you.
So proud.
Thank
We've
you.
been right there following you all the way.
And
Keep
they
it up.
have. They
Keep it
really
up.
have. They are They are real.
We love supporting people.
That's right.
They do.
You have to.
They do. Thank you. Thank you for all that you guys do
You are
for
so
our
welcome.
community.
Thank you. Thank you. Keep doing it.
Thank
Be
you.
right there, right there.
That's right.
Yes.
But you know what? I'm going to ask you something different.
Okay. Let me fix my hat for that one, child. Okay, go ahead. Yes.
I want you to tell the viewers something they don't know about you.
That's right.
You do a lot of lives. We want to know something they don't know
Tell
about
them
you.
a secret.
Yes.
Tell them a secret.
A secret worth sharing.
Yes.
Okay. Because I got some secrets
That you can't share.
Does this count? My 20-year high school reunion
20.
is this year.
The
You
big
look so
2-0.
young. Really?
September 19th. Shout out North Miami Senior High School, home of the Pioneers. Let's go.
Are you going?
I bought my ticket.
Yes,
Okay.
good.
And the business promo package. I plan on going.
Yes, good.
So
Very good.
that is it. Yes, I am old enough to be
You're
going
old
to
enough.
my 20th year
We wanna see that.
high school reunion.
It goes so fast.
It does, but I'm
It really
ready
does.
to pull up.
It's going to be fun.
We'll see you
It'll be
coming.
fun.
Yeah.
So I guess that counts. That'll be that count.
We'll take
It'll
it.
be all right.
You take it.
Yeah, we'll take it.
Okay. Oh, I got another one.
Okay.
Okay, really good. I used to sneak out the house.
Does
that count?
Shame on you.
How old were you? Wait a minute. How old
I was
were
in
you?
high school. I used to sneak out the house to go see my boyfriend.
Oh, my goodness.
I already told my mom, so
Okay, good.
She
I'm
already
walking in
knows.
the light. I'm living in truth.
There you go.
There you go. They just didn't know.
They didn't
just
know. I
didn't know,
used
but
to
your
sneak
mom
out.
knows.
And I was dedicated because it was them old windy windows.
Oh
we
my
had
gosh,
to
you had to
slide.
turn.
Ooh, I used to get some scrapes on the side.
You didn't
He
care.
wasn't worth it.
Oh,
You know
Tell
what?
you that. That's the other part I didn't tell y'all. He wasn't
wasn't
worth
There
it.
you go. You're with a
But you
nice
still-
Haitian king right now.
Hey.
You won the gold mine. You
That
got
did
the gold
not
mine.
want me sneaking out no window.
There
no
you go.
more.
There
No
you go.
more.
None of that.
That's beautiful.
Yes.
I know you have some other upcoming projects. Come
I
on,
do.
tell
So
it, tell
definitely
it.
please stay tuned. The big one that I just completed is the Success 101 course. You don't want to miss it.
Okay.
It literally takes the success formula. We expand it.
Okay.
I teach you how to implement it. I give you different PDF sheets to actually work through. So this is
Okay.
like if you really want to manifest those opportunities in your life.
This is it.
This is the program you want to go through,
Okay.
like if you're willing to do the work. So I'm super excited about this course. It's extremely affordable. I
Good.
did that on purpose.
We'll post it also. We'll post the link.
Yes, please. So that's my big baby that I've been working on. And
Okay.
I'm also getting ready to post some new coaching programs.
Okay,
So
good.
one-on-one coaching programs that I'm
wow.
going to
Can
be
they
providing.
contact you?
So just go to keitajoy.com, keitajoy.com. And then also, I love Instagram. I love Facebook as well, but I really love Instagram. So follow me on Instagram at the Dr. Keita Joy, and you'll get like all the updates as well there.
Good stuff.
Mm-hmm.
That's beautiful.
We
Yes.
just want to say thank you.
Yes.
For
And I
coming
say
out.
thank you.
Yes, you're
Thank
welcome.
you,
Because we
guys.
know you're busy.
Yes.
And
We
we
are.
appreciate you coming to spend some time with us.
Yes.
I had fun.
Yeah, so did we.
I'm gonna come back. Can I come back?
Of course you can.
Absolutely.
Of
But you
course
know
you
what's
can.
going to happen? We're tuning in June 6th, right?
That's right.
June 6th to Fear Not
Fear
on the
Not.
OWN network
Yes.
with
That's
a
right.
Iyanla Vanzant.
That's right.
Yes.
Don't call me that day. I'm going to be watching.
Okay,
I
9
got to watch.
p.m. 9
Yes.
p.m. Yes,
So
absolutely.
we wish you so much success.
Success.
You know.
Thank you.
Continued
I feel
success.
It.
Yes.
I feel it.
Yes.
Thank you so much.
You are so blessed.
Yes.
So
God is
blessed.
good.
You've helped so many people.
Thank
Just
you.
keep doing it. Keep doing your thing.
We'll have you back on.
Yes, that's right.
In the meantime, thank you.
You're welcome.
All right.
Let me have that hat.
Not yet. After I get my hair done, you can have my hat. Not yet.
Thank you all for tuning in to Candid Conversations. Next week, tune in for another transformational show. In closing, trichotollomania is a very common condition that is seen more frequently in women, and research indicates that about 1 to 2% of adults and adolescents suffer. These behaviors are not decisions, they are disorders. If you are experiencing any of the aforementioned symptoms, know that there's always help out there and you are not alone. Contact your physician. We have learned so much from Dr. Keita that your struggles do not define you, your heart, your soul, spirit, and how you rise up does. Thank you for tuning in.
Welcome to Candid Conversations online and TV show, a space where the least desired and hardest topics are brought to light in order to heal as a community.